What's up, parlay players? Carlos Rosario here. This is aimed or intended for freelancers that are primarily into copywriting. And, I'm sorry I haven't been posting consistently. I've been doing things for some clients, so I've been kind of tied up with that. But plan on doing more of this regularly. So this thing right here, I hope is going to help you with getting some traction, getting some automatic leads, if you will. And if admittedly, I'm kind of lazy. I like, yeah, and I don't need to do as much of this as I used to in the past. But if you're just getting started, it's going to be perfect for you. And then we'll talk about some more insights too. So basically, if you want to get some leads headed your way, as a copywriter, one of the easiest spots to get work, I think, in my opinion, and I've heard other people talk about this. I validated it for myself because I've gotten the gigs. But I don't I don't normally use this anymore because I don't need to. However, I would if I had to, if things were drying up, right? So basically what you're going to do is you're going to use, if you don't use Craigslist, I, I know it sounds old school or it doesn't may not work, it sounds scammy, spammy, or whatever, but I think it's still one of the easiest ways to get some gigs, or at least to check into periodically for an opportunity, because it's an opportunity pool. It's still one of the top 10 to 15 sites visited in America, at the very least, by people around the world. And I'm not saying your city or township is, but you don't need to do this locally. You can kind of set up what I'm about to show you kind of anywhere. There used to be a website called Crazedlist, which allowed you to do what I'm going to show you that you might have to do manually. But hopefully somebody watching this video can point out a tool that will automate this again. So you're looking for a job as a copywriter, or you're looking to get a gig at least. What you can do is you definitely want to search gigs, and you definitely want to search the jobs for writing and editing. Um, what I like doing is, going to your city. I'm in New York City right now, clicking on jobs, um, and notice I didn't narrow it down to a specific niche. I'm gonna just type in copywriting and see what comes up. Um, so you can manually start just kind of perusing this. That'll take forever. Or you can set up an automatic, what's it called, RSS feed deal. And basically, what that would do is it would notify you only if and when somebody, um, a new result comes up for whatever it is that you're looking for to get notified about. So let's see. I'm going to put in copywriter, see what happens. Seeking copywriter to join our team. So yeah, so look, there's opportunity here. They're looking for somebody who has these skills. So why not send a little message over to this person? You can do this every day. It sounds like a drag, right? It sounds like, man, I don't want to do this shit every day. But basically, why not? I mean, they're all over the place. They're always available. They're readily, people are still using this site. It damn sure beats other more crowded spaces, and like freelance sites and stuff like that. But why the hell not? I mean, it's all a numbers game. If you don't have any traction at all for yourself, like if you don't have opportunity set up for you, this is one way to do it remotely in your PJs. It's not the best way, but it's definitely a way, and it works. It does work because I've gotten jobs myself, so I've proven it myself for myself. And if you have nothing else going for you, it's a pool that you can tap into. So here's what I do. I usually have an if this then that thingy set up. So if you go to ifttt.com, stands for if this then that, I suppose. You can set up your own little news feed. And I'm showing you how to do that here on this video. Hopefully you find it useful. But basically, what I have is every time I get a notification regarding one of these jobs, it pings my email address, right? And like this one right here, I just got a few hours ago. Real estate magazine publisher with affiliates as direct mail marketing ad agency in New York, blah blah blah. They're searching for a copywriter. So this is the parameter that I set up. I'm looking for things in the writing gigs, searching for copywriter, Craigslist, New York. And basically this is going to take me to that specific job posting. All right. So this was a gigs feed that I had set up. And I'm going to show you how to do that again. So, if I was so inclined, I would reach out to this person. You definitely don't want to skip over things even if they're not specifically what you had in mind, only because they present opportunity. If you have none, that is. Again, if your pipeline's dry, if you have not too many prospects, this is one way to do this. Okay, so I could either reply to this person. If they gave me more details, I would look them up. But it looks like they're just looking for people to apply. So whatever. This is there. So how do you do this? Okay, so what you want to do is, this is what the recipe, this is the end goal, right? So you set up your if this and then that account. You set that thing up, and they used to be called recipes, but they call them applets now. So what I do is set up an applet for Gmail and Craigslist. All right, see, I got a few of these. This is mine. I think it's public. So if a new post from search copywriter, then I want them to send me an email to my email address. All right, so how does this work? Let's just go ahead and set this. So basically, when a new post comes in from this search result URL, I want it to send an email to me. And then you can also have it CC you or send to somebody else, as well as, this stuff is optional, but I think it'll automatically populate this. I don't know. We'll see. let's tell you how to get this part going right here. Okay. So what you do is you can go to, I'm going to show you how I set up this exact feed. So what I did is start from, my hometown, and then I'm going to go into writing. Right. And you can go as high level as you want, by the way, but notice I'm in gigs, writing gigs. What I want to do is search for, what was the term that I used? Copywriter? Copywriter? Copywriter, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to search for copywriter. So yeah, copywriter needed for luxury brand over here. And notice these results. So basically, what this RSS feed is going to do is track these results. So this basically gets monitored. I don't know what the frequency is. I guess it's once a day or something like that. Could be more. I have no idea. I know it'll do it periodically throughout the day. But again, this is just an automatic way to set this thing up, right? And what I want to do is, let's see here. So you scroll all the way down to the bottom. A lot of people don't scroll this far, right? Because it looks like there's, it's all this. That's all that you see. There's a little button down here that says RSS. Click it, and it takes you to this weird gobbledygook page. So what do you do with that? You save the URL. So I'm not, let me see if I can move this. You save the URL here, right? Sorry about that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come in here, and you're going to put it in the search results URL right here. And that satisfies that little component of the applet. And then you put in where you want them to notify you. And then you just, this part right here, I'm not too sure how I was able to do this. Maybe I'll just redo this again. But then I click save. All right. And you're done. And now you will start getting notifications whenever a new what shows up in the results as time elapses. You can see mine has been run 77 times. I just always want to get notified of what opportunities are out there, and either if I don't jump on them, if I know somebody that's looking for something, I might forward it their way if they're not looking, but hey, check this out. But honestly, that's all there is to this. So you can do this everywhere on Craigslist. So what I would do is probably set up a feed. I mean, again, depending on how ambitious you are at this, like how much you want to do this, you could also set this up in the jobs section. Again, writing, maybe copywriter. Yeah, let me see if I can't do this live for you. Let me see if I can't just set this thing up. Hasn't been anything. I wonder why it's not in the date order. Oh, because it says relevant. I want newest first. All right, there we go. So what I want to do is I want to set up the news feed here. I want to show you how to do this. Click this. Take this deal. And let's do a new applet. If this, you click on that. Oh, it's classified. It's classified, Dad. If this, that trigger, then that. Gmail. So all of this stuff is already populated. So what I want it to do is put copywriter wanted, or want ad maybe, post title, and the body. Yeah, the body's already populated there, so that's cool. Post the attachment URL. Yep. Create it. And let's finish this bad boy. See what happens. That's it. Now I've got notifications. So what do you do now, right? Can you copy it right from here? Oh, I'm not gonna mess with that. What do you do now? Well, why couldn't you go ahead and choose a new town? Do this all over. Do this in just the major cities. Get this done in Atlanta, right? Why couldn't you just sit here all day and set these things up, or have a VA or somebody do this for you? Looking for a copywriter in Atlanta. Copywriting jobs in Atlanta. Look at that. June 8th, freelance contract copy. I usually don't go back, too far. Like, meaning I want to stick with the newer ones. Madman, remember, with a pen. Writer that bleeds on the pages. Wanted. Right. So, that's cool. Yeah. Why not just set this thing up on autopilot? Get opportunities sent to you so that you don't have to sift, sort, and whatever. And if you can do this remotely, as long as it, maybe that's when you include in your search. You have opportunities left and right. Now, I want to tell you something. This right here is admittedly manual labor, but it works. It works just fine. There's no reason why you couldn't do this. And if you set up your own properties properly, which I can show you to do, you can get people that clamor to work with you if you do this right, that make them like, oh, wait a minute, this, because obviously they're looking for help. They want to make sure that you're qualified. But the way that this is set up, right, it's like you're applying for them, which makes them the prize. What you want to try and do, in my opinion, is reverse this. You want to become the prize yourself. But because you came across this, you're gracing them with your presence, so to speak. That's the way I look at it. And if you can do that effectively, they start going, oh, well, thank God we put this out there. We didn't realize we're going to attract somebody like you. And you can start, if you can do this, if you can set this up, if you set up your own properties the right way, you can do that. The next level from that point, again, in my opinion, is to become a resource hub, if you were, a resource in and of itself, so that people start bringing you leads, right? I have a few opportunities set up where I don't, thank God, as long as, I guess the only thing I got to do is not piss these people off. I have people bringing me leads all the time that that bring me opportunity. I'm going to talk more about that if you're interested. I'm going to make this opportunity something available, only because I know some other, I guess, would-be gurus charging grip to teach you a skill, but they don't, they're not delivering on the actual, they're not giving you the, they're not giving you the jobs. They'll forward some stuff over to a few folks, but I had a few people reach out to me that have taken some pretty expensive training deals where they weren't getting the opportunity. They paid for the opportunity to learn the skill, which is cool. But they came to me and they were like, hey, do you know anybody that does this and that? And I love helping people, but I figured that I am wasting an opportunity in and of itself. So I want to do this with the right folks, the folks that actually support me as well. So I'm making an opportunity available so that you can figure out a way to start getting unlimited leads funneled to you, if you want them, that is. So anyway, more about that later. I hope you found this video useful. If you are not a member of the Parlay Society, I don't know why. You might want to join that, unless of course I booted you already for doing something dumb. But if you aren't a member, more exclusive benefits are in there. Networking's happening in there. It's not just copywriters, it's marketers, it's deep creative thinkers, resources, examples, swipes, stuff like that. It's all about guerrilla marketing tactics. Stop trying to kick in the locked, bolted shut front door when the side windows wide open, or maybe even the back or side entrances are available to you. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. If you got value out of this, click like, maybe share it on your page. I notice stuff like that. So thank you. And if you're not a member, again, why not join?